I'm Ursula Jennings, and I'm a personal stylist and revampologist. Are you in need of some fashion help? Well, let's start right in your closet. That's right, we're going to go shopping in your closet and find those gems. Welcome back, everyone, to Revamp Your Style. Today, we're at Arcade Mall in Columbia, South Carolina, where we'll be interviewing the music and artistic director, Suzanna Pavlovsky, at the Blue Sky Art Gallery, owned by Blue Sky himself. Stay tuned. Everyone, to Revamp Your Style. I'm Ursula Jennings of Style by Ursula, and today we have the pleasure of interviewing Suzanna Pavlovsky. She is the music and artistic director. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this interview. Welcome, Suzanna. This is a pleasure to be interviewing you today. How are you today?
I am wonderful, thank you. Thank you for having me.
This is going to be a great interview, laid back, chill. So I want to start out by asking you, tell us a little bit about yourself and the different orchestras that you direct.
Well, my name is Suzanna Pavlovsky, and I am artistic music director of two inherently different groups. One is highly professional, interdisciplinary group called Ensemble Eclectica. And the second one is a community phenomenal organization called Palmetto Chamber Orchestra.
Okay, great. So, you know, I do Revamp Your Style, I do styling. So I want to ask you about how do you correlate fashion within your community?
That's an interesting question because I have been fascinated by 21st century approach to music with different arts. Okay. And this is how Ensemble Eclectica idea was born, to merge, to combine different arts in one production. Okay. So I don't call them concerts, I call them shows or productions. And one of the ways, for me personally, again, this is my personal approach, that when I pick the music, when I have a theme for my performances, I try to match it with the color, with the outfit that I will be dressed in.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like, okay, I'm in a whimsical mood today. I'm going to put on pink.
Something like this.
Yes. So can you tell us the history of the dress code with the orchestra?
Well, the history goes back to the 19th century, where the orchestra members would wear black color by convention, by default. And the main reason for it was not to distract the audience from the music. So the orchestra itself was an instrument, the mechanism to project and to perform, but not to draw attention. Okay. So for that reason, even today, the majority of the orchestra members, the musicians, will be dressed in a black dress or black pants, top and bottom. However, in the 21st century, our lifestyle has changed. The dynamics have changed, and people became more visual. So we like things with the eyes first.
We see everything before we hear it.
Exactly. And interestingly enough, many Asian orchestras have changed their approach to color. You will see the Asian, Chinese, Korean, Japanese orchestras where ladies will wear colorful dresses, not black dresses anymore. Europe and United States have been way delayed with this approach.
Okay.
So that's something interesting that I have noticed over the years that I have been making music on stage. And for me personally, I love color.
Yes.
And I'm all about color. And for me, sound, the timbre, the color of the instruments relate to the color that I am thinking I will wear for that particular event.
Absolutely, because even though we're visual people, the motion of the music, it's I guess it's eclectic, or it gets down into your soul to me. And so it's like I see colors when certain music is playing. So the orchestra can be very smooth and laid back, but then it can have that higher tempo, and I just love it. And I see colors when I listen to music, the brightness, the calmness, the greens, the blues. So what is your favorite, I'm not going to say ensemble, but what are your favorite colors when you are conducting?
It depends. The choice of colors depends on the program that I pick, on the season that I play, on the venue that I perform. For example, there are several performances that have been happening in the churches, and churches have the best acoustics, and I would never go with the straps to perform in a church.
I got you.
Just give a little respect to the place.
Correct.
With Ensemble Eclectica, I did wear very eclectic dresses. With the more conventional chamber orchestra, I would never wear these dresses. I stay more formal and more covered, but I prefer to wear dresses and not the pants or the suits. And my dresses are always full length because I don't want the audience to get distracted by exposure to any part of my body. I still want them to focus. It's all about the music, but I do believe that having color in the orchestra, especially in the 21st century, complements the music. It does not distract that much, as long as we dress professionally and as long as we dress appropriately.
Correct. I know I did some research, and it talked about the different colors and where you should wear it and how you should wear it. So all of that comes into play, like you said, churches versus the venues or the concert halls or a smaller setting. So all of that comes into play when we choose what we wear. So, and it goes with the music and when you're conducting, like you said. So all of it, of course, arts and music. Fashion is part of art to me. So it correlates with each other.
I absolutely agree, because fashion, for me as well, it is a part of the artistic approach, and it is part of a culture, it is part of the arts. And in fact, I was thinking about my future Ensemble Eclectica program, and I had an idea to include a fashion show.
Oh, that would be lovely.
And I think it would enhance the show, and it would bring, it's like a kaleidoscope. Ensemble Eclectica approach, it's like a kaleidoscope when you have different pieces in different colors, and when you look at them all together, they create one holistic picture, masterpiece, right? So when you take the visual artwork, the dance, the music, singing, voice, and all of it pulled together, that's an eclectic approach. What I haven't done so far, it was a fashion show. So that may be
very good. I can see that happening because I was listening to your music the other day, and it was just so soothing. It was just, I really can't explain it because it just touched me in so many different ways. So I think that is a great idea because it would touch so many people. It would bring different cultures together. It would bring people that don't normally, hang together or anything like that. It would create a beautiful masterpiece. So I think that's a great idea.
Well, we can talk about it in the future.
I look forward
But
to that.
that's something that I haven't done yet.
Okay.
In the last performance, I added narration, like poetic narration, that I haven't done before. So I think fashion show is the next one to add to the holistic and the full picture of arts and culture.
Let's do it. Susanna, what is the top 3 most memorable aspects of your job, of being a director? Not job, director.
Artistic.
Artistic music director.
There are so many aspects.
Right.
One of them that I maybe am not able to explain to normal people.
Okay.
When my body becomes a musical instrument. Because at the end of the day, conductors are voiceless. We do not play. We do not produce any sound. But yet, when you have 30, 40, 50, 70 people on stage, and each one plays his or her own part, at the end of the day, my job, the goal of a conductor, to make everyone to sound like one entity, one instrument. And for me, I cannot control it, but my body resonates with the sound that I receive from the musicians.
Gotcha.
This is one aspect that once I'm on a podium, I am totally focused on what I do. People were telling me that I dance on a podium, and I promise I never dance on a podium. If someone attended my performances, they can attest if I dance or if I don't dance. But people were telling me that I dance, I make movements on a podium that I may not.
Music.
It is the music, it is my body that becomes the music.
I can see that. I saw, like I said, I was watching a couple of your videos on YouTube, and yes, you can see how your movements are in tune with everything that's going around, and you're bringing it all together into that one, like you said.
And it has to be this way, because if you think what the role of a conductor is, we don't make a sound. But in fact, if there are 3 conductors will be conducting the same group of people with the same music, there will be absolutely, totally 3 different performances. And what you will get at the end, you will get 3 different results from the same musicians, because they will react on what the conductor is showing them. We don't speak on the podium. We communicate with body language, with eyes, and I'm a very visual person. I have to see everyone. I communicate with my eyes. I prep them with my eyes. And we communicate with hands. We have certain vocabulary, how we use the conventional vocabulary that conductors learn, how we communicate with musicians. But beyond the words and the sentences, there is the meaning, and the meaning comes from the body language, from the facial expressions. And unfortunately, people in the audience cannot see that. Because people in the audience see my back. So what I've done before, several times, I draw 2 lucky people from the audience, and I invite them to sit inside the orchestra, where they become orchestra members, where they can actually hear and watch and listen how musicians turn their pages, how they tap their foot sometimes, which is not a good thing. They can hear things differently in a close proximity. They can share a stand, and they can watch me. So I always tell, it's a benefit. You can watch me from the front and not from the back.
Okay. That's very interesting. Very interesting. I love it. So my next question is, what is one of your most memorable performances?
I'm sad to say I don't have one. Because I have done, I need to count, but I have done maybe 19 performances in the past 5 years, minus 2 years for COVID, with my community orchestra. I have done 4 performances with Ensemble Eclectica, and every performance is a dear child. Every performance brings new performers. Every performance brings new music, new venue, everything is new. I wear a different clothes for each performances, and now I need a new dress for my future performance for Ensemble Eclectica. I don't have one at this point. So I cannot say that I would favor one over the other.
Well, that's kind of good, though. You're enjoying everything that you're doing.
I love what I do, and I am very biased. Because at the end of the day, I forgive the flaws or the mistakes that could happen or did happen, because these are live performances, and you cannot cut and paste and take away certain things. It is a live performance that comes with good things and bad things, and these are human beings that perform. Right. So I forgive everyone ahead of time, and the important goal for me is to deliver high quality productions, and I'm humbled to say so far I have been able to do so.
Absolutely, that's great. I really have enjoyed speaking with you today. So tell everyone where they can reach you if you're on social media, YouTube, whatsoever.
Everyone is welcome to subscribe to my personal YouTube channel, Suzanna Pavlovsky, and to my 2 babies, my 2 organizations, Palmetto Chamber Orchestra and Ensemble Eclectica. All organizations, including myself, are in social media on Instagram and Facebook. It is still a Facebook.
Yes, it is.
There is a new name, but the same social media. Join the fun, come to the performances, and I don't know when this episode will become live. The next upcoming performance is with Palmetto Chamber Orchestra. It is our annual holiday concert, Columbia Celebrates, that will take place on December the 19th, 4 p.m. in Incarnation Lutheran Church. And for the holiday spirit, it is a free performance to everyone. Come and enjoy music and art.
Thank you very much for coming with us today. Revamp your style. Welcome back to Hey Ursula. Let's get into these questions. The first question we have is from Kay in Nevada, and she's asked, her first question is it better for short women to wear long dresses or short? Well, it depends on the style, but always remember, if you're shorter, if you wear a dress that's just above your knee or at your knee, it elongates your legs. Now, if you want to wear a maxi dress or a longer style dress, that's good also, because it also elongates the body. But you have to be careful and make sure that the dress is fitted. Don't have it oversized or too big on you, but make sure the top is fitted down to your waist, and then it flows out at the bottom. And a split doesn't help out, doesn't help hurt either. So think about that also. Hello everyone, just a friendly reminder, November 16th is National Entrepreneurs Day. We would like to celebrate all individuals who have built their business from scratch and continue to build in our community and make it greater.
Thank you for stopping by Revamp Your Style. And until next week, you can reach Ursula Jennings on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We would like to thank each and every one of our patrons for your generous contributions and support. We thank our next level patrons for going the extra mile with us in helping to make this programming possible.